Ladies and gentlemen, cover your ears. And ladies and gentlemen of your engines, our tribute to Shrewsbury Milnes, please. Thank you very much, everybody. And I think they know in Wolverhampton where we are. 3 ton. Yeah, I should read the catalogue, shouldn't I? But a 3-ton Foden steam wagon. Fodens became famous for these engines. They talked about the steam tractor being a bit like a delivery truck, a transit van or whatever. The Foden takes it to another level because it doesn't need a trailer. It can pull a trailer, but it's also got space for a payload on the back of it here. The engine unit is compact, all up here. The boiler is small and very effective at making steam really quickly, which the Calder family certainly know and understand the need, because they rode this wagon everywhere that it goes, and it performs beautifully. It's an absolute tribute to them all, because you can see here how the layout of the modern lorry is evolving. You've got direct steering, you've got a compact power unit, and you've got a load bed on the back of it. It's got a covered back on it today, but it could as easily be a drop side open wagon or a flatbed, and you can move anything you want with it. And it is a lovely, lovely little thing. It's almost silent on the road. You sit there and think of steam engines as noisy. Bear in mind that these were working alongside horses, and you can't frighten the horses with a steam. You can't frighten horses with a steam engine, so you have to make the engine as quiet as possible. So believe it or not, many of them weren't fitted with whistles. They were new. They either had a bell or a horn, but whistles give us something extra to play with. So thank you very much. But do have a look at that, the Foden steam wagon. It's a beautiful little thing. Another example of the Fowler traction engine here from the Henton family. Something that we need for modern convenience, really, but it also protects your backbone and your knees. Completely different, as Monty Python would have said. We cannot be at the County of Salop Steam Engine Society show without a Sentinel. They're very, very quiet. You can hear, you can't hear a Sentinel creep up on you. So the contrast between the Sentinel again and the steam tractor. This engine's got a great story with it. This is Tom Fields Patterson with Nessie. Why is it called Nessie? Well, it spent a lot of its existence on its side in Loch Ness. And Tom was single-handed, with a number of friends, has rebuilt it from this wreck. Do go and ask him about what it looked like, because you can imagine after the engine's been on its side in Loch Ness for 60, 70 years, there wasn't much left. And I think when you see the transformative work that Tom has done on that engine, it's a real tribute to the skills. And we talk about skills retention, we talk about young people being involved. We've seen a lot of families involved with these engines today. Sentinel here, this is Peter Walker and Diane Carney's Sentinel S6. S, but that's the model, and 6 because it's 6 wheels, so it's an S6 type. And like George and Mark's engines, it has the engine underneath, the boiler in the cab, and this one works for tarmac of Ettingshaw and Wolverhampton, as did the DG8 there, DG standing for double geared, and that one's got 8 wheels. So really quite nice to see those engines together. And then Diane's daughter and partner have their Fowler roller here. And those of you who you can see where I am at this end of the arena, The first engine that we're looking at here, let's see, we've got two steam tractors passing each other. Mascot, the blue Marshall, we saw the other Marshall tractor down the bottom end. The example of the breed made by Marshall, 5-ton steam tractor, in the ownership of my brother-in-law, Mr. Hayes Jones. And again, when you see it go past, it's pretty much silent. It's over a century old. The emissions are square root of not very much, and it's a glorious thing. It makes a chopping noise there. That's called a non-condenser. Some of the later Stanleys were condensing types, so the exhaust water steam was turned back into Lady Hesketh, except this is in tractor form. So Lady Hesketh could spend its life looking like that. Contractor running a massive fleet of steamrollers into the 1960s. And I've got a funny feeling that the Aveling behind also was a Buncombe's engine at one point, but I could well be wrong. But they both got Somerset registrations, the YA there, and really nice to see again just the differences.
Sure, we've got somebody to take over this wonderful, wonderful pastime. I don't know whether he's I'm looking for some buses on the horizon, but can't see any. But anyhow, as they leave now, what a beautiful hour and a quarter you've had of steam engines, eh? The Grand Parade. And of course, some beautiful engines. Just a few stragglers here we can go out. Find out what's going on with the buses.